All right. Last time on RPG, you guys, after some time off, after a little bit of time partying at your home base, as well as I guess a little bit of depression. I was just remembering that was a big theme of that last episode.
That's true.
You guys did a number of things actually. First and foremost, you got your ship back. It
Hey.
is all repaired. It's all souped up, and it's even got a fun little new AI
Named
to help you,
Smarty.
named Smarty, that can kind of is meant to kind of just help you out on just the various tasks around the ship.
He's keeping the motherfucker tally.
That's all. Yeah, that's also maybe its most important function at this point. But other than that, you guys also made your way to Moonblitz's original kind of home planet, if you can even necessarily call it that, of the Robosphere, which is kind of just a collection of various just floating debris, old ships, and like decommissioned space stations that have been cobbled together into a sort of makeshift homeworld for robots. And you guys were sent here looking for some sort of tech that could help you kind of stand more toe to toe with Mirika's older sister, if should you guys decide to do combat with them. And you found it's a much nicer base than the one you're accustomed to in terms of cleanliness and general order. And it also has two of Moonblitz's old squad mates, who you guys met and shared a bit of a drink with. So some of you, very many drinks. And now it's just kind of time for you guys to presumably kind of start making your way further down into the Robosphere to try and find some actual things to scavenge and hopefully find what the commander sent you here for. And I forget, did we end of day it at the bar? I want to say we did.
So
We did. We ended on we built this city.
That's right.
Pretty good.
So I'm gonna say you guys all wake up. I guess the robots aren't hungover, and neither is Mirika because she can't drink. But I'm gonna say everybody else most certainly is. As you all kind of like make your way down into the sort of middle of the bar from your respective rooms.
How old is Mirka, by the way? I just figured young in my head. I don't know the specific age.
Imagine it was probably like 16 or something.
I don't know if I ever
unknown.
Oh,
I don't know if I ever Oh, all right. I like unknown.
Unknown and unimportant.
True.
I mean, if you want to get technical, Moonblitz is technically like 3 years old, so he's the youngest.
Well, now I'm not going to be able to post all my sexy Moonblitz fan art. So thanks for that.
Sorry. We got him, boys.
Tell me you don't want to map Twitter on your side.
Swiftly moving on.
Please,
We have to stop.
cut that out.
We have to stop talking about maps. It comes up way too often. But anyway, you guys are all kind of sort of shuffling about, kind of groggily in the center of the bar. The sort of robotic bartender, who's kind of just like a floating drink machine, is has sort of a robotic tendril out, just kind of just sort of wiping down the surface of the bar, probably just for aesthetic purposes. It looks pretty clean.
All right.
Moonblitz isn't hungover, but he's draped over a table as if he is.
I'm just face planted into the table.
I guess we ought to round up the the posse here.
Who are you talking to specifically, Fist?
Say Miraka.
The two that can't drink.
Maybe give you a tap on the shoulder or something.
Just for flavor, give me a brawn empathy to gently tap Moonblitz on the shoulder to wake him up.
You joker. You just fucking punch me in the face. Oh.
You Moonblitz, you feel a hand pleasantly but firmly try to jostle you awake.
Hold on.
Hey, we should probably continue on Commander's orders there.
Yeah, we need to get out of here before Sunbather realizes what he has to pay for.
Very true.
Where is everyone? He was gonna stand up, see if he can. Well, Pikachu said he's like face down on the table, so I assume he and Chauncey are probably nearby.
They were having a
yeah. Where's Chauncey
game
and Gary? I feel like those two are the ones I need to worry about where they are.
Gary
right
is Gary is sort of face planted into the same table, and Chauncey is already ordering another drink from the bar.
Chauncey, take that to go. We gotta leave.
Didn't Chauncey get blackout last time? I can't remember.
Probably
What
recovered.
Chauncey turns to you and goes, "What a coincidence! I can't either." Anyway, barkeep, please, a strong one. I really need it for this heading over.
To go. Moonblitz will add on.
Yeah. The bartender puts a straw in the glass.
Moonblitz is going to kind of gently jostle Pikachu awake. Almost like you're jostling a cat awake.
Hey, same flip.
There you go.
Good thing I have better empathy.
That is true. You actually
And
have
watch
empathy.
me get 2 jokers.
You double jokers and breaks every bone in Pikachu's body.
So that's
That
7.
is what comes with the
Because
hubris
I'm
mechanic.
healthy. Two successes.
Yeah, same deal, Pikachu. You just you feel a hand just kind of like start like jostling you awake, just like not hard, but just kind of very firmly, like, "Hey, man, come on."
I instantly perk up like normal. Alright, guys,
Oh,
let's
God.
go.
It's like fuck. It's like Nosferatu. He's just got the blank expression on him.
He like
Pikachu
doesn't
survived the poisoning.
How you feeling, buddy?
doesn't need to like extend his
go.
arms or anything. He just like flips up. Just
Is
seemingly,
Mirka awake? I assume she's not blackout drunk. Where's Mirka?
Despite being apparently age unknown, I don't think Mirka was drinking.
Mirka, you good to go?
She's still sipping the orange juice from the night before.
She's got a little bit of celery left too. Alright, time to jostle Gary awake.
Oh,
One.
damn. I'm making you guys do this. I'm making you guys flip a ton.
You're making me flip a ton.
I mean, you chose to.
I mean, you're part of you guys.
2 successes again.
We're
Oh
using
god,
some
I'm gonna
good flips
joker.
early.
I'm gonna joker so bad. This is all for useless
Let's
shit.
go.
I'll
Oh,
wait, no, Chauncey's not.
Chauncey.
yeah, Chauncey's fine.
So
Yeah.
2 successes.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, if I punch Chauncey, that's okay. But
Oh, I
Gary.
love making you guys burn successes this early. I really do.
Hey Gary. You good?
Gary just kind of Gary, being the only normal human of the bunch, is he's up, but he is very hungover.
Ugh.
Oh, come on, man, not so loud.
I'm not talking that loudly.
It's okay. It's fine.
Moonblitz kind of calls for a glass of water. He gives it to Gary.
Yeah, Gary really should have picked up some Space Pedialyte before he went to bed last night.
That's true.
Take this and start sobering up, because you're still my co-pilot.
Well, if there's a New Earth Denny's around, I do have a coupon.
But you can't even eat it.
He might need a pick-me-up.
I definitely would like to have some Space Denny's if we could stop.
With my knowledge of the system, are we close to a Space Denny's?
There's probably I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say you realize that there's probably not a Space Denny's on the planet inhabited entirely by robots.
I mean, all right, not even like near the planet. There isn't like a drive-through or a floating diner.
Do you want to flip intelligent space-wise to see if there's a drive-through Denny's somewhere in this system?
Do it. I have 0 space-wise, but I am healthy. I crit.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I'm truly worried for you, buddy. I truly am.
Is that 4 successes?
That was 4 successes to find a Denny's.
Not only did you find a Denny's, you happen to have the Denny's roadmap for the galaxy.
You know, Moonblitz, you know, you don't just know that there is a Denny's. You've been to it many times before. You, Comet Chaser, and Sunbather would just sort of stop in there from time to time. Not really order anything, just kind of take in the atmosphere. It was just a good place to hang out.
Hell yeah.
So, you know exactly where there's a Denny's, and you wouldn't have to flip for it to find it if you guys want to go there.
If you need it that badly, I know that you probably need sustenance, and we can get something from America too. We'll stop there before we head to the planet core.
Is on the planet already.
Is it on the planet? It's not on the planet, is it?
It's not on the planet. It's not on the planet, but it's close enough. It's close enough nearby to where Moonblitz and all would just sort of go there in ship form.
I meant our business is on the planet.
Yeah, but
it is.
We don't need our organic party members or friends dying. There's nothing to eat here, I'll tell you that much.
I don't get it, but all right.
Shut up and get in the ship.
Okay.
First sort of business, Space Denny's.
All right. Well, okay, I can work with this. You guys just sort of make your way to Space Denny's. You sort of head in. They're open, obviously. And you kind of just get a table. Gary orders a coffee, and the waitress asks what the rest of you guys want.
Would they have options for robots? I feel like they would. Possibly. If not, that's fine. If not, that's fine. I wouldn't know. Well, I would know. Out of character, I don't know.
You ask, and she says that she just kind of asks if you're one of the type of robots that can drink water.
Am I one of those robots?
I'd say probably.
Sure.
Okay. So a coffee and a water.
Also, whatever you want to, America and Chauncey. I'm going to tell the waitress because she knows us. And the others, I'm going to say put it on Sunbather's tab.
The gang goes to Space Denny. All right, so you guys are at that. Gary, Chauncey orders a drink from the bar.
What?
It's still open. This is a Denny's with a bar. It's Space Denny's.
It's the Space Denny's.
normal Denny's have bars? I've only ever been to one, and I could have sworn it had like at least. I could have sworn it had liquor.
Are you getting something, Mirica?
I don't know.
Do you need something, or is the orange juice and celery enough? Hey, whatever you want. I ain't paying for it.
All right. Miraca's gonna get some pancakes. So is Gary. That's a good hungover food. Gotta get those carbs. And so the waitress leaves, and kind of as she's walking away, you notice several fully uniformed Empire troops just sort of like walk sort of behind her and just kind of sit at the table, not exactly next to you, but if you sort of, but kind of like very close by. They're just kind of talking amongst themselves though, and haven't noticed you yet.
Can it be like the scene from Emperor's New Groove where it's like one person menu's up, other person's looking down, and then just goes back? No. No, it's fine. I did think of that scene though when you brought that up. It's the whole diner scene.
So,
no blitzes are gonna make any noise or anything.
I'm gonna say everyone is gonna have to flip presence stealth.
What the fuck is this background?
It's Space Denny's.
That's Space Denny's, dude.
Presents. I have 3 presents, and I have 2.
Presence sneaking, of course. I think I said presence stealth.
Why does this GIF exist?
It's 2.
Has there been another space RPG session?
That's probably the best.
Also went to space.
I called it. I fucking called it. I called it.
You did it.
Because of all those rolls I had to do early on.
You did it, Reddit.
Can we anti-Joker? I'm just kidding. Can we anti-Joker at the Denny?
I feel like a Denny's Joker is bound to be interesting.
Sure.
I didn't even see that 3 successes. That's pretty good.
Someone cover me then with their good success.
Not on a Joker. Everyone does a really good job at keeping a low profile.
Well, other than Pikachu.
Pikachu's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, hard to avoid, hard to miss.
Pikachu hasn't noticed that there's Empire sitting next to
Can
it.
you even see over the table,
or
do we just see like the top of his head and ear sticking out, basically? We didn't get a child seat for him yet.
Standing on the table.
I definitely pictured him standing like on the table instead of at a seat.
I thought it'd be funnier, but that's fine.
Everyone's that, but
God damn it,
Moonblitz.
Fuck me,
Moonblitz. You just can't resist. You have to do the trick where you have an overwhelming urge to do the trick where you loosen one of the salt shakers so that all the salt pours out. But you try your best, but it's kind of hard to miss even in your human form, it's kind of hard to miss the robot just sort of leaning over the table trying to unscrew a salt shaker. And suddenly you have 4 laser rifles pointed directly at you as the senior-most member, it appears, of this table goes, "Who are you? State your name."
Too early for names. And before anything goes down, can we not destroy this Denny's, no matter what happens?
State your name, robot.
Sunbather. Moonblitz kind of laughs to himself.
Give me presence lying. Actually, give me presence lying.
Good thing I have 0 lying, but I end up doing a lot of lying.
I think it fits.
1 success.
All right, Sunbather. You want to tell me what you're doing here?
Well, I just happened to notice your salt shaker was a bit loose, and I was tightening it before,
Give me
one
another.
of you go to season your breakfast, and a whole pile of salt. That'd just be awful.
Well, I appreciate that, I suppose, citizen.
Too much sodium is bad for you organics, I think I recall reading.
Yeah, my doctor said I should watch it.
And Moonblitz actually does tighten it, by the way. He's kind of like, just not. It's too early.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Hold on. With that good, can I just leave? No, because if we're still here when they do it, I don't know. Fuck. I don't know if he actually tightens it or not.
Say. I'll say you tightened it. Fine, yeah. That's fine.
Moonblitz is like, you know what? It's too early for this.
So the guard just kind of... The other people, they all kind of like... They lower their weapons slightly, but they still kind of have them ready. And the guard and the Empire trooper says, "All right then. Say, Sunbather, you seem like a pretty good Samaritan type. So I was wondering if you could answer me something."
Moonblitz just kind of leans back and goes, "Mm-hmm."
What's an Empire bot doing with non-Empire personnel?
Out of character, I have nothing further.
Fist will state, "I've got a coupon."
Yeah, it's he's got a coupon.
Look, as much as I appreciate your help with my sodium intake,
of course,
I think we're gonna have to take you 6 into the nearest Empire facility for questioning.
Well, we can't skip breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day.
I'm sure they'll have something for you there. Could you all turn away as we put the cuffs on you?
I mean, if you want the coupon, I guess you can have it.
I like to your fist slides over it like it's $100 bill, but it's just a Denny's coupon.
Yeah.
My good friend.
And keep in mind, it is stained purple.
My good friend Daniel over here, could persuade you.
Are you trying to bribe them with a Denny's coupon?
Can we roll for bribing?
I guess
with the Denny's coupon.
How much is this coupon worth?
Not very much.
I don't know.
Probably like a free fucking apple juice or something.
What?
It's probably for like a short stack of pancakes. And also it's probably not even valid because it's fucking soaked through with wine. But yeah, man, give me what I guess charm persuasion to you kind of seemed like you were doing it kind of slyly.
Do you have better charm persuasion?
No, but I had an idea of like,
right,
this coupon's good and all, but how about I pay for your guys' breakfast on my tab, of course, because I am Sunbather. Whatever you want, it's on me, and we could say this conversation never happened.
Once again, that will be charm persuasion.
I have none of that. I'm going to use a hero point. 1 success. I am saying they. It's not just the coupon. I'm saying anything they want on the house.
Y'all ever just use a hero point to bribe a cop at a Denny's?
What's with that card? So
I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything Fist would do.
We were just stopping in for some coffee, but I think we might have found something even better here. Here's an idea. How about you all come over to our ship where we start shooting?
Whoa. You're just not going to take... I mean, come on. You fellas look like you something good to eat.
I'm not gonna ask
browns,
again.
Maybe a cup of orange juice. Here's the thing. Bucket!
I smash the window and jump out.
Everyone through the window! And Moonblitz is gonna kind of do remotely starting almost as if you're remotely starting the car.
All right.
He just kind of opens up his his arm.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Pikachu, first give me broad melee to smash the window.
I'd like to imagine him smashing the window as he just walks up to it and it breaks.
No, I imagine he flew through it himself like a football, but he just has still the blankest expression.
Oh my god, a crit! I'm breaking the Denny's window.
You powdered that.
Let's fucking football throws him.
Yeah. Moonblitz grabs the curseless thing and just throws Pikachu through the window.
Yeah, you absolutely just powder the closest window as you fly through it. And everybody else, it's going to be agility and athletics to book it out the cup. Moonblitz, you can use piloting if you want to be in ship form.
Yeah. Moonblitz will yell out to the waitress, "That's also on my tab, sunbather," as he's flying out. So that's 8.
Let's see what everybody else flips.
Just one drive or two. One drive and a hero point.
2 successes.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Miracle at least got 1 success. It's better than no or a Joker.
We are invested in this plan now. So.
All right, and Gary and Chauncey flipped very well actually. So they all make it out. They all make it out, no problem. Mirka, you get as you're running away, the lasers start flying, and you do get a little bit of laser burns here and there. So you're gonna take 1 damage, not dodgeable. But everyone else just sort of very quickly leaps out the window, and
Moonblitz fucking flies out the window.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, into open space.
Oh,
you were just in the dining area, dude.
Moonblitz is gonna fly towards the ship, which he started, by the way, remotely. It's like a car keys thing.
Yeah, he's got the fob.
Yeah. And he's gonna try and get everyone close to the ship so they can just get in. For the people who can't breathe.
All right. Give me agility and piloting.
It's another 8. Two successes. One of those 2 last cards is a Joker, by the way. But at least I didn't Joker on this. At least I didn't Joker on this.
Oh god, that's right. You have 2 cards left, and it's absolutely a Joker next.
At least I didn't Joker on saving the party. That's all I'm happy about.
So here's the thing. There was definitely 2 actions in that. So I'm gonna say 2 successes is enough to get you into the ship with pretty much no problem. But as you're kind of flying over, everyone who has to breathe, flip a straight brawn for me. All right. So Pikachu, you're fine. Mirika, you're going to take 1 damage undodgeable from asphyxiation as you try to breathe in the space air. But you guys do all in time. Moonblitz just sort of picks you up and kind of like gets you all in, including Mirika, who is now currently unconscious.
It's true.
And Moonblitz just kind of starts taking off. As
I had to step away for a second, sorry.
No, it's fine. Mirika's nothing really happened. Nothing much happened. Mirika's unconscious from breathing in space air, but everyone got on the ship, and you guys are sort of like flying off now back towards the Robosphere, I presume.
Mm-hmm.
As Gary's kind of like sitting in the co-pilot seat next to you, just being like, "Man, I really wanted those pancakes."
Well, here's the thing. At least you're sobered up and awake now.
And we've still got the coupon.
And I'm not having to pay for any of that.
That's what I call a job well done. Next time, no.
Will Mirika eventually wake up now that she's in breathable air inside the ship? Or do we need to heal her?
I'm going to say Mirika will wake up, but not fully healed. Unless you guys want to heal her. Like, Mirika's going to wake up. Mirika's going to regain consciousness, but still be injured. Unless you guys want to heal her.
Right. I don't think any of us are really good at bio.
Yeah, I have some biology, but do we have medkits?
She does, I think.
Okay, I'll try to fix Mirka.
Oh, wait, Jeeba's typing.
Oh well.
Oh.
I think we did go through a lot of them.
All right.
Sorry about that, guys. Last time I was there weren't any Empire scum hanging around.
Well, that's what we get for taking detours, I guess. Hopefully that ought to have sobered everyone up.
That's what I just said.
Wow. Yeah,
all right. Bad. So I'm going to say before too long, you guys just sort of make it back and kind of dock back at the Robosphere.
Would I know if this place sells medkits, even though it's mostly robots? Like the resistance base?
I would say, yeah, probably.
All right, let's go pick up one. People think we're already back from a mission. It's like, no, we just had a run in at Space Denny's.
Yeah. Let me say you sort of you spend a while kind of like looking around to see if there's like anything sort of biological in any way. And then eventually you find a first aid kit in sort of like a souvenir shop on the base.
Huh.
And the sort of android over the counter is just kind of like, yeah, that's a pretty big item from visitors. I'm not really sure why. I mean, it's really, if I'm being honest with you guys, it's just a bunch of junk in it. I mean, like, I tried putting, like, I don't know what humans do with those bandages. I mean, I tried putting one on, I didn't even feel anything.
We'll still take it.
We could repurpose it.
Yeah, sure. How's about like 20 spucks?
Sure.
All right, sounds like a deal to me.
You're down to 1470 spucks.
Oh, man, I gotta find more ways to strip you guys of those. I gave you way too many at the start.
Don't do that.
All right. So
back to the ship.
Jibu, you can add some. You can add 3 charges back to the med kit in your inventory. And oh, I've got an idea. You guys sort of walk out of the souvenir shop to find a fairly displeased looking sunbather standing outside.
Sunbather, how are you? We were just about to head out, so if there's something you talk to us about, we can get back to you when we dock back. And Moonblitz is going to try and walk past him.
He puts a hand on your shoulder, and
I imagine he just grabbed the wing.
Yeah, he just grabs the wing and just kind of like holds you in place as you try to keep walking like a Scooby-Doo character.
Even hear the sound effect.
Moonblitz, buddy.
Talk now.
Oh man, it's been so long. I can't help but imagine that you think I forgot about your little pranks. And you know what? You'd be right. I kind of did. Luckily, my bank doesn't. I'm out 500 spucks. And, it's the funniest thing. I imagine you probably are going to spot me those.
Hey, I got you.
Yeah, you know what?
Give him the coupon.
No. Moonblitz like stares daggers at Fist of like, what are you doing?
Fist, give me charm and persuasion.
Roll really good on this.
You better crit.
I like to imagine
He's literally gonna flip 1 card. I think he's gonna flip 2 cards because he's healthy.
Moonblitz's eyes just went like this in like Fist's direction. In the chat, they just literally went the "What are you doing?"
Do you want to flip any more cards?
I could use a hero point. Man, I think I might cut my losses.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
And what's like, would you put away the fucking coupon?
Yeah, I appreciate the offer. But, the money you owe me would be great instead, Moonblitz.
Yep. Moonblitz will hand him 600 and be like, go buy yourself something nice, too.
He sort of, like, grabs it very aggressively from your hand and goes, I think I will.
$870 spucks.
Moonblitz is just like, it's. I'm sorry about it. Just been so long.
I don't know why people don't want this coupon here. It's a good deal.
Gary goes, I mean, I would have used it for my pancakes. He's really hung up on those. He's really hung up on those pancakes.
Sorry about that, Sunbathe.
Maybe next time, buddy.
Sunbather's just kind of angrily walking off, counting the money to make sure you gave him the correct amount.
Well,
it's a good thing he can't count.
Moonblitz is just gonna pick up Fist and just carry him. Back to the ship.
Back to the ship? You guys are on the base, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna walk back to the ship. So we can go into the center. Do we need to be in the ship for that?
No, you're gonna be to do that. You're gonna have to. So you're gonna be so basically you're gonna be descending further into the planet. You're kind of like at the top of it right now, and you're going to move closer towards like the center.
So we don't need. So what do we? What about for the people that need to breathe? They just gonna get suits or something?
No, you're still gonna be on the planet.
Oh, all right.
I don't know if I'm explaining this very well.
You said it was like. I thought because like the way it's built, there would still be space between the the stuff that makes the planet. So I thought we were going to be kind of like outside going into a sort of sphere. You know what I mean? But there would still be space.
Wait, I saw it. It's basically just like a big pile of junk, and we're just kind of climbing down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's more or less what I had in mind.
All right.
Just 1 second. I'm eating, so I'm just gonna take another bite of this.
Better be tasty.
All right. So, are you guys going to be starting your sort of descent into the bowels of the sphere, or you have any more trips to Denny's you want to take?
No.
I'm full.
Probably good.
You didn't need anything, Pikachu.
That's not important. All right.
Found a
Like to imagine they just sort of walked outside. They just sort of walked outside the base, and they're just kind of looking at the ground and be like, "So, do we have like a drill or something?" Or
well, kind of. So once you're like a fair distance outside the base, you start to notice that there are sort of like tunnels that look to kind of sort of snake down farther into the thing.
Guess that works.
And as you sort of descend down these tunnels, you start noticing that the very kind of like clean, sort of well-maintained material, like sort of look of the ship you were in before, starts to kind of like slowly but surely fade into far more kind of like older and more decrepit machinery, to the point where it's like eventually you guys are just sort of in this sort of like just like surrounded in this sort of tight corridor of just like rusted over metal parts and like just general scrap.
Is there anything we can use as a radar for these parts we need for Psychic? Like America, or I don't know.
I think intelligence and either investigation or engineering could be used to see if there's anything useful among these parts.
I can do intelligence investigation. I kind of want to get that. Second Joker out of
the
way.
Are you sure?
Oh, I don't. Don't do that to me. I need to get rid of it eventually.
Listen, I'm not gonna. I know that Joker's coming, so I'm planning everything coming forward with like, if I tell you to flip something, it's because I know what I have in mind for a Joker.
Oh yeah, America has that uninocular still, doesn't she?
That really worked down in a tunnel.
I mean, she could get a closer look.
Oh, that's right.
Oh no, you've regained consciousness.
Okay.
Like I said before, enough time passed where you kind of regained consciousness. So you recovered the 1 health you lost from breathing in the space air, but you are still injured.
Okay. Oh, I forgot I was healthy. Doesn't matter.
Fist, for 2 successes, this looks mostly like complete junk. But among the junk, you are able to kind of pull out what looks to be like a pretty sturdy, if rusty, pipe that you think might be good for bludgeoning.
Hell yeah.
With. I'm gonna say let's put one of those rusty pipes back in your inventory.
It's back.
Still got it on my Photoshop.
It's like it never left.
It really is.
But yeah, it looks like what the commander said. It looks like a lot of the stuff except for what's like pretty far down has been like mostly picked clean. So you guys continue to descend. You guys continue to descend further, and it gets to the point where like even sort of like the dim lights that were kind of illuminating the hallway, illuminating these like halls and tunnels somewhat, even kind of sort of seem to give way further down to the point where to the point where it becomes like pretty dark and pretty kind of hard to see. You guys kind of have to feel your way through.
I mean, I can turn my eyes into flashlights for everyone if they need it.
Okay, I'm gonna say you do that. But eventually, you notice sort of like a more lit area kind of at the end of this tunnel where it seems to open up.
Moonblitz will turn his hand into a crossbow just to make sure. Just kind of ready it.
Wonder if anyone else from my factory line's down here.
Can I go up to like an entrance and look into it, see what it is before actually walking into it?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna say you do that and you kind of like slowly kind of look up and just sort of like cautiously kind of like look out and just see kind of just this area that looks almost as if it was sort of excavated out through these tunnels, where you can see various like pretty kind of like junky looking androids just kind of shuffling around and coming out of like sort of like makeshift kind of like almost like huts that have been sort of like fashioned out of the various debris.
Would I have known about these before with my history on the Robosphere?
I'm gonna say you. What's your space wise?
0.
I'm gonna say you've been told that there are kind of like less advanced robots further down into the sphere, but this is the first time that you've ever been here, that you've ever descended this far yourself. You mainly stuck to the base.
Would I know if they're hostile or kind of just chill?
You're not entirely sure. But you do know that one bot that looks probably too damaged to be hostile just kind of like taps on your leg.
Oh. Hello.
Hey man. I ain't seen you before.
Yeah, I'm with the Resistance. I'm from up top. We're just looking for we're looking for certain pieces that can be found underneath the planet's surface. We're not here to cause any trouble.
Yeah, man. I'm looking for pieces too. And he kind of like motions to what you can now see is kind of a missing lower body.
Oh.
Hey, if you're from up top, you gotta have all kinds of spare parts, man. I'm sure you can spare some.
Out of character, I do not deal.
What?
Out of character, I don't deal well with this kind of situation.
Oh, you're in trouble. You're in trouble then, because I.
You are the empathetic one.
Not you're. Well, no, I meant you're more in trouble because I know how to write this kind of character living in New York City for 4 years.
Don't have anything out of character. I don't have anything in my inventory.
Do you think he could catch up to us if we just walk away?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be kind of rude.
And?
We don't know what the people down here are capable of.
I mean, judging by his state, not much.
Hey, man, I don't want to be a burden. It's just, ever since I lost my legs, I can't go scavenging no more, and it's hard to find pieces down there, man. It's hard to find any working legs where I can go. I'm not asking for a full set of legs, man. Just something to help me get by. You know what I mean, man. We're both robots.
Can I? Oh, no, because I'm going to fucking Joker. Who has a good investigation that isn't me? I don't even have a great investigation.
I've got two.
Fist, look around. Do you see anything in these piles of junk? If we could, anything that could he use to get around, even if it's like wheels or something?
I guess I could take a look. What would that be?
I think that would be intelligence and investigation.
Intel? Okay. 2 investigation, 1 health.
Oh no.
I still had both my jokers, so.
You do some looking around, and you do see kind of sort of like oddly positioned, like what looks like kind of like a pile of broken part, like just sort of like trash heap parts. And you go and you do see a very kind of like rusted over and without tires set of what looks like was like formerly like ship landing gear for a very old ship. And you're able to pretty easily, with your strength, kind of like dislodge this thing from the sort of pile, which then sort of causes it to collapse in on itself. And soon you kind of hear sort of like you kind of hear like a very weird sort of like scuttling, and you kind of see like a what looks to be kind of like a mechanical eye with 4 very spindly kind of legs is kind of like running up to you and immediately just gets up in your face and goes, "Hey man, what the hell? What the hell, man? That's my house! You just destroyed my house, man! You know how long it takes to build a house with no arms?"
Lucky for you, I've got 2.
Oh, yeah, okay, very funny, man. What do you got? What? Where am I supposed to live now, man?
Wait a second. Well, can I see? Can I like overhear this?
He is being very loud. You guys can all overhear this.
Well, I think it's your lucky day, my friend, because I've just met someone that has no legs. What if we combined you two so that you would have arms and he could have legs?
He shoots you a look of like disgust and is like, "You're fucking sick, dude."
It's not a half bad idea.
You people from the top are all the fucking same. You think you can just come here and do whatever you want because you're all advanced and shiny? Some of us have to work for Some of us have to work for a living, you know.
Listen, Blinky, we're not here to cause any trouble.
Well, you're doing a pretty bad job then. I don't have a house anymore. The situation is tense, to say the least.
You're right. You are good at this.
As the legless robot is now kind of like dragging himself away from the situation.
Yeah, we can make you the main consciousness.
Why do you guys want to think I want to be like a fucking weird Frankenstein bot?
All right, here's the thing. In your what was formerly known as your house, were you aware if there are any arm parts? We have a mechanic here. We could attach arms to you. Anything like a claw, even like a anything.
Oh yeah, what a coincidence. I went to the working mechanical arms store because I really needed some of those for my fucking junk heap house.
Okay.
Oh hey, look, this whole planet's a junk heap. I could find you some arms.
Listen, you guys just go.
All right, we will.
And leave the wheels here, he says to you, Fist, because you're still holding them.
Moonblitz is kind of looking back of like where the guy used to be, but he's not there. The guy that's dragging himself, like, yeah, I don't have to worry. We have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to assume that you set the wheels down.
Just make sure to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious, okay?
Oh, you know what? What a coincidence. I see 6 already. Who should I report them to?
My shiny metal ass.
All right. You guys are making friends already down here.
And I'm the empathetic one.
You are the empathetic one.
All right.
Guess we head on.
I'm gonna say, so you guys.
Okay, go ahead. You're explaining something.
No. I was explaining something in the thought that you guys were moving on. Are you trying to do something else?
No.
All right.
I was gonna say, like, if we move on, do we see any tunnels that lead further down? Because the good stuff is probably underground more.
So, after some walking and past a lot more of those kind of like junk huts and a couple more structures that seem to be a little sort of like built up out of like sheet metal into like almost like proper buildings.
Oh, just for future reference, Moonblitz has put away his gun now that he's realized that, maybe he doesn't want to cause an alarm by having his gun out.
More than he already has.
I'm just saying.
That's
a way.
That's your guys' way, not causing alarms. So you kind of keep exploring, and eventually, towards the end of this kind of sort of, I guess, kind of weird sort of town village kind of thing, you see kind of like the only tunnel that you've been able to find leading further down, with just this like hulking mechanical like bot hanging over it. It's basically, it looks like it's sort of like the top is kind of like a tank, but it's what's suspending it rather than like tank treads is just these like 8 giant spider-like mechanical legs that are almost too tall for the little space it's occupying. It's sort of like hunched over in its position, just kind of like scanning back and forth.
I say we approach that guy slowly.
You say that?
I'm saying to the party that we do that. Excuse me.
It sort of like fixates onto you and goes and just in a very kind of like low booming voice goes, unrecognized entities detected.
We are with the resistance. Moonblitz will show his badge. We just need to get through to the lower areas of the mines of the planet to scavenge for important parts to fight the Empire.
The lower grounds are for authorized scavengers only.
How does one become an authorized scavenger?
Please report to the head scavenger's office for authorization.
Is that like around here?
Please report to the head scavenger's office for authorization.
Okay. Moonblitz will like start backing up.
Do a look around for the head scavenger's office.
It kind of looks like an office, even if it's just kind of a pile of junk. Saying that out of character, not in character.
You see one of the more building-like buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a pretty good idea that that's probably where you need to go.
I guess we should head over there.
We can't make it any worse.
Let's just really hope it doesn't.
One second. All right. So as you approach, you kind of knock on the very flimsy sheet metal door.
Very likely, so it doesn't fall over.
Yes. And it's opened by just sort of like it's opened just kind of like by like a fairly small, probably like roughly around Mirika's height robot. Looks like it was probably like a decommissioned like cleaning robot that just kind of goes, "Oh, hello there.
Hi, is this the head scavenger's office?"
Yeah, it is.
Hi. We're with the Resistance, and we need to gain access. This is an important mission that will help us fight the Empire. We were told by your large bodyguard friend that we needed to talk to you or someone here.
Oh, the Resistance. Yeah. I'll talk to the boss, but hey man, between you and me, you might want to keep the R word down.
Oh, is that taboo down here?
Well, not with everyone, but you know, some people.
Oh, okay. We're just sure.
Thanks for heads up.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I assume we're just waiting outside while this goes down.
Yeah, you're just kind of like waiting.
This is a very odd place.
I like it.
How you holding that Pikachu?
I'm just vibing.
He's used Flash.
God damn it.
And you're not really waiting all too long before this kind of just sort of like a kind of like a humanoid robot with just like various almost like it almost seems like random mechanical parts are just like sort of like soldered to him. Just kind of like soldered, sort of like soldered and kind of like sticking off of his otherwise like, fairly kind of like light frame. And he just kind of comes down to you and goes, "Is there anything I can help you gentlemen with?"
Yeah, we need access into the lower mines to retrieve some possible parts. And we didn't want to cause a ruckus, so we just did what the large guard said and report to the head scavenger's office.
Well, you found it, and him. Say, buddy, where are y'all from?
That's a good question.
I am from the Robosphere up top.
Go figure.
We're not trying to cause any trouble.
Oh, I'm sure.
We've been told by your shorter friend to not mention a certain organization that we may or may not be affiliated with.
Did you just...
Well, isn't that so? Say, how's up top doing these days? Everything still nice and shiny up there?
Well, we're fighting against the Empire still.
Say, compared to up top, what would you say about my little home? And be honest.
I'm gonna say out of character. This is what I'm gonna say in character. That Moonblitz is not lying when he just kind of looks around and goes, "Homely."
That's a word for it.
Mm-hmm.
He said as he's talking, he kind of like adjusts several kind of like glowing sort of mechanisms that are kind of sort of like limping out of place. Now, the thing that I am just wondering is what are you guys missing up top that you gotta steal from us?
I wouldn't want to use the word steal.
Oh, I know you wouldn't. But I'll tell you something. You know, a lot of us bots who aren't too keen on ousting one jackass ruler for another don't really get the cushy treatment people do up top. We gotta find our parts, you see. So you just wanna but you guys just wanna come down here and kinda take what you want. And I get that. Which is why I got that tank outside. And which is why you jackasses have to report to me first so I can tell you to get lost.
Very effective. We're looking for parts that can shield psionic powers.
Oh, you have a whole shopping list. That's wonderful.
This is just kind of the first time in his life just shut up by someone else. I mean, genuine question. Would those parts happen to be needed by you guys? Is there some kind of component in those that is also useful?
Listen, buddy. You stay decrepit for long enough, and you find a use for everything.
Fair enough. I myself have been having a bit of an existential crisis about sort of being left out of date.
An interesting choice of words for the present company, but
oh man.
Well, don't we all have problems? So anyway,
pretty good.
I figure we're done here.
Okay.
Careful on your way out. And he says as he starts to like turn to walk away.
That went less ideal than expected.
The smaller robot kind of like walks up to you and is just kind of like, yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's I mean, the door is not really too far.
Yeah, thanks. Is there really nothing we could do in the situation? If not, we can just head out.
I don't know, man. The boss just doesn't trust easy.
Fair enough. I mean, you can't really trust anyone in this galaxy.
I mean, we are officially Denny's thieves, so...
Well, we never got an order.
Technically, Sunday there is.
And he's paying him back. I mean, we're paying him back. I mean, we're paying him to pay them back. Is the little guy just overhearing all this? Please.
He's just... If he had a proper face, it would look very confused right.
Well, thank you for your time, and we're glad that nothing escalated.
Yeah. I mean, that's a weird thing to say. But
I mean, it's just, when you're in our line of work, things tend to possibly get out of hand.
Are you threatening me?
No! I'm saying no. Actually, out of character, no. Moonblitz was just genuinely saying, like, no, we're just gonna leave. We'll see.
I mean, you just randomly told this dude, oh man, I'm glad nothing terrible happened.
Things usually get messy.
Moonblitz, like, tries to find a secluded area and kind of tries to call the party over because he has a plan.
I hope this plan doesn't involve speaking.
No, but it involves mind hacking. What if we mind hack the big tank dude?
I like the sound of that.
I mean, and we don't have to do much. We just have to mind hack him to convince him that we're authorized scavengers, and none will be the wiser.
We simply must, we must simply get past.
Yep. We just need... I forgot who mind hacks. It's you, right, Fizz?
If I was the party, I would simply move past the giant robot.
Okay. So,
let's go ahead and confirm this guy's exact suspicions of us.
Now, Mirica, could you psionically pick up Fist? Like, what's your weight? How much can you carry with your telepathy before it's too much?
What's your goal here?
We're going to carefully drop you on top of the tank. You're going to mind hack him. And we're going to get past that fucker. All right, before we go too far, Mirica, try and pick up...
do I need to be on top?
Well, isn't that where his mind would be?
I'm just thinking it might raise more suspicion if I don't need to.
Well, if we gently lower... Like, if we... Actually, wait.
Carefully lowering some random robot onto the tank might...
Well, how bright is it in here?
Sorry, I was eating. It's dim but visible.
Whoa. Maybe you could turn your blue light filter on, Fist. Then you'd make less of a bright green.
Fist is gonna download Flux.
Google's like fucking orange.
Okay. I don't know. That's my idea. If we can mind hack the tank, then we can just, walk past and we don't have to deal with any of these assholes any longer.
Well, it's worth a shot. Just hope you're ready for Plan C.
What's Plan C?
We find out when we'll find out if
we live to Plan C.
If we need Plan C, we'll find out what it is then.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we have burned a lot of bridges today.
Okay. Okay. Blitz is kind of like, okay, this needs to be almost airtight, because if we can get this to work, then there doesn't have to be any fighting, no incident between, the different social classes of the Robosphere. Because if there is, that could lead to something really bad. Possibly a junk bot uprising that the Resistance doesn't need right now.
So what is the plan?
Plan. If now in this structure, I assume it's like a big cave. Are there other levels of houses that are like on the side? Like there's multiple like levels of the city, or is it all on the ground?
I mean, it's all mostly on the.
So if we can lift you high enough, Fist, people won't even bother to see you, and then we just gently.
I mean, it's not that high up.
Lower. Oh.
So you're gonna just walk up and try to mind hack, or just?
Can you do that remotely?
Well, I mean,
we've established that Fist needs to has like a cable that he inserts for the mind hack.
Oh, let's see. Pikachu or Fist. You
also,
guys
just so you guys know, you're saying mind hack a lot. This is a robot. It's just a hack.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the ability I was thinking of was mind hack. Anyway. Is there any way we could see, like, I don't know. Okay. Here's another thing we have to figure out. Where is the port for the cable on this specific kind of robot?
Just a USB on the back.
Wherever it fits.
Okay.
What do I need to do to get to?
We need to get you close enough to that thing to hack it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
I don't know. It doesn't seem as sentient, so he might be harder to distract. You know what I mean? It's kind of just
get like a goal in mind for like, what do I need to do before I do the roll?
You're asking me or the DM?
Dingle.
Well, it sounds like it sounds like it sounds like the plan right now. From where I am as the DM, I'm speaking as the DM right now. It sounds like from where I'm standing, it sounds like the plan is to stealthily get you into a position where you can hack this robot.
Yes.
And that will require either in addition to the hacking, that will definitely require a stealth check either from you or something from somebody else through some means, either like subterfuge or distraction or something, to help you get into position to actually do it.
Can't use our usual distraction method. Bring attention to me, some nicer looking robot in the center of the city, I would probably be ripped apart.
Well, let's It's a shame your hacker is also probably your junkiest one here.
What about... Okay.
I mean, I could have a go at hacking too.
You might be a bit quieter, because you're part, you know...
Part
little
squishy.
Fuzzy
You're
thing.
part little.
And Moonblitz will gently pet Pikachu as he's saying that.
Oh.
Oh.
So wait, what was the plan to get up there?
I don't see.
No.
That's the part that. What if we
I didn't
launched
know
like
there
a
was a
football?
plan to get
It
up
kind of
there,
worked
so.
before.
What if Mirka psychics me up and then I descend like Mission Impossible style?
Yeah. I've watched that movie. I've downloaded it. Gets really boring on really long trips. So how about that? And you might be easier to pick up because you're probably less heavy than Fist. No offense, Fist.
Someone start rolling.
All right. Is this the plan?
Mirka will
Anyone have
levitate
any better
Pikachu
ideas?
high enough to where he could probably not be seen. And then you gently descend him on top of the robot. Beat boot, we just, like I said, nothing major. We just put in the system that we are certified scavengers.
Don't land me on him. Just like have me floating.
Hover you? Yeah, okay, that's fair. He might have like motion sensors all around him. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Mirka, you're up. Wait, should we get closer? Can we find like an alleyway that's closer?
I'm going to say you kind of like approach. You're sort of. I'm going to say you guys are kind of huddled behind a sort of larger, like junk built hut. And so it's going to be. Well, first things first, wit telekinesis from Mirka. And you're going to get +1 on that because of your amulet or pendant or whatever the fuck we've called it.
Oh, hell yeah. You good with this plan, Mirka?
Well, she's flipping, so.
She is flipping.
Ooh, crit! The crit!
Okay.
The crit.
Okay.
I just remembered we forgot to put on music, dang.
Oh yeah.
We totally did. I guess
Like,
I've just got you guys too engrossed in my story.
Very true.
Pretty good.
Oh, you know what? I know the exact song to play during.
It's a Mission Impossible theme.
It's not the Mission Impossible theme, but I feel like it actually will. I feel like you guys will pretty well.
Go ahead. I'm curious. God damn it. The soundtrack's really good though.
I love the Pizza Time soundtrack.
Yeah.
Pizza Tower. You said
Oh,
Pizza
it's Pizza
Time.
Well, same thing.
It is
Anyway.
pizza time.
All right. So, Mirka sort of begins to float Pikachu. And you know what? It's a pretty astute observation that Pikachu was probably the lightest member of the party. Because, Mirka, you do find, like, very little difficulty in just sort of, like, very gently lifting him up. And, Pikachu. So Mirka, you lift him up and very kind of stealthily sort of lift him over, just kind of, like, avoiding the line of sight of the bot until Pikachu is just sort of hovering, like, just behind him. Kind of, like, semi-squeezed between, like, the roof of this sort of cave, of this sort of a junk cave, and the back of the bot.
I'm looking over and waving.
Moonblitz just kind of like does like a little thing of like, hurry this up, find the thing. Like he's doing like his his index finger kind of making it go in a circle, as in for like time.
Dang, okay.
He waves too, but it's sort of like we're kind of under a time limit here. We only get one shot of this.
All right, Pikachu. It's gonna be the big flip now.
The moment of truth.
Good thing
moment
we
of
do have
truth.
an anti-Joker. We have anti-Joker.
The moment of truth is gonna be intelligence and computers.
This is really good music, though. I really like this.
This is a pretty banging tune. Oh, my...
Anti-Joker! Anti-Joker!
That's a good flip
Anti-Joker.
apart from the Joker.
It was.
So it's Anti-Joker. Who's ever the Anti-Joker?
I think Mirka
it's
is.
Jibu.
It's not me.
GB,
Mirka,
you wanna
you
fight
get
this
to-
guy? Or do you wanna hack him?
You get to Anti-Joker this? Alright, I'm so glad we saved that and didn't waste it on the Denny's. Or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, the Denny's one. It could have helped.
It could have. All right. So for 3 successes, I mean, there's no way that's not enough. Pikachu, once you're in, you kind of are just sort of sort of root around until you sort of eventually find on the on kind of like the little programming console in this robot's head, where kind of the where sort of like the normal like voice activation is for like the boss telling people that it's that people are authorized. And once you do, you kind of force it into accepting any voice, and you just you list all the party's names, and it's it's accepted. And then you seem to now be you guys all seem to now be in this robot system as accepted scavengers.
Mirka, can you bring him back? Hopefully she doesn't need to roll for that.
Yeah, nah, she doesn't need to roll.
Ooh, guitar goes hard.
All right.
Well,
You guys-
now. That went better than expected, see? I have a good plan every now and then. How do you feel, Pikachu?
Feeling great.
Alright,
Let's get these parts.
let's stroll on up to that big tank guy.
All right. Hold on. I'm trying to find a more fitting song now that we're out of like a tense moment.
But it's such a good song.
It is a really good song.
You could put on regular background music, I guess.
I want to find something. I want to find something grungy.
Grunge.
One of the things that's recommended was 1 hour of monkey sounds.
No.
That could be. That could be.
Relaxing.
It's got potential.
I think I used this before. I remember liking this.
Yeah, you have. It was good.
All right. So
Let's stroll on up to the tank bot.
I've also programmed it to call me boss.
Damn.
Right. I will accept that.
His 3 successes was pretty good.
Normally I'd probably make that a 4 success thing for the record. But you know what? Let's go.
Oh, you go easy on Pikachu, huh?
Okay, you know what? Actually, maybe it was 4 success. Hack the. What about that?
I don't know.
All right, so you guys approach, and as you do, the bot once again kind of like fixates its gaze, quote unquote, onto you.
Which is just the barrel of the tank, which is scary.
Yeah. It just goes. Various recognized units detected. Please state your names.
Hey, it's
Moon
me.
Blitz?
Yes.
Um, oh, it's me, Gary, and Chauncey.
And this is Mirica. Moonblitz is just going to say while pointing to Mirica.
Checking records. Authorizations cleared. Please be safe, scavengers.
Thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Tank.
It does not respond.
Have a good day.
And simply just kind of like resets to a sort of a more neutral scanning position.
That thing still scares me.
It believe me, if you take it from the guy who's got its enemy sheet, it should.
Yeah.
Well, see? That just took a bit of ingenuity. Now we can find those parts. Is it dark down here? Do I need to use my flashlight eyes?
You most certainly do. It is very dark.
Alright, everyone. Stay close. But do keep on a lookout for the parts.
As you guys sort of like head more and more down, you notice that unlike the fairly narrow tunnels from before, a lot of these have been like carved out to like much wider spaces once you get through like sort of the initial tunnel system. Most likely because it's kind of like once the general area, mostly because like a lot of scavengers are just kind of like sifting through like to the sides as much as they are forward to try and find parts, which leads to sort of like just kind of like a proper cave system rather than like a series of tunnels. But kind of like as you guys are sort of like walking down here,
Seems like.
you hear mostly like no noise other than the occasional sound of like metal creaking. But every now and again, you are noticing like a very strange, very kind of unnatural sort of scuttling sound. Just very sort of metallically like clanging across like various parts of the area in areas that you can't quite see.
Another alien moment where you flash the light in one direction, but you can just barely miss it. Or is it just like all around?
No, it's just kind of like generally just things in here that aren't necessarily like biological, judging by the sound of metal on metal.
Can we keep on the lookout for pieces? I can. Well, I can, but I'm going to joke.
Yeah.
Just get it over with. I'm going to do an investigation for the metal pieces.
Okay, feel free.
What is that?
I can't wait to find Scraggly here.
Wit and investigation.
Oh, wit. Okay.
Investigation.
There it is.
There
One
it
joker.
is.
I knew it. I wasn't like I know. And then two more. Okay, so one joker, nothing else. I just wanted to get it over with,
Let's
okay? It was
go.
killing me.
So, I'm going to say you kind of like you sort of explore around and eventually you kind of like moving towards tunnels, someone catches a fairly large like a burlap sack in the distance.
Oh no! That's Moonblitz saying that.
But you don't quite see anything nearby it though. But you kind of hear like a muffled like that's
Hello?
Are you gonna kind of like approach it?
Yeah.
Why not?
So as you get closer to the As you kind of get closer and closer to this little, Scraggly's sack. There's no point belaboring the point. You kind of hear, sort of like much more clearly, kind of the sounds of a struggle, and you can make out Scraggly's voice, kind of going, "Hey, fellas, come on, don't do that. Hey, come on, that's Scraggly 2 you're messing with."
Whoa. Let's go check it out, I suppose.
And kind of as you approach, you kind of approach to see Scraggly kind of like facing off with like 3 bots that look a lot like that actually look like very kind of like decrepit and rusted over versions of Hal.
Oh fuck.
3 of them are just kind of like grabbing at Scraggly 2, trying to kind of like rip it out of each other's hands, like many hands. As Scraggly is like trying in vain to try and like rip it out, like kind of get it away.
Hey Scraggly, you need some help?
As you say that, the bots kind of like react to the sound, and seeing 2 much more kind of like intact and less junky bots sort of let out sort of like a weird kind of like screeching cry and run down to face you guys. And you are all now
Oh my god.
in combat.
All right.
How many did you say there were? 3?
There's 3 of them.
Well, I'm really glad that my Joker was only used to get Scraggly and not like something more horrific. Like getting caved in or something.
For sure. So
Are they faster than me?
I'm double checking that now. It's a tie, so flip 1 card. I'll flip a card for all of them.
Fuck.
Would you look at that? They are.
Fucking skittery little bastards.
So the first one is gonna go you.
For who?
For Moonblitz.
Okay.
Moonblitz has his shield out.
Oh, that's right, you do. So you've got 2 damage incoming.
Dodgeable?
Yes, of course.
Well, I have to ask, because sometimes there's undodgeable damage.
I know.
Oops.
As just kind of like, it sort of lunges at you, like with like many different like arms with various tools, like Hal's, just sort of like flailing about, and you kind of have to like beat it back with your shield and kind of like hold it back as it's like trying desperately to kind of like grab a hold of you. And the other 2, I think, are gonna go for Fist.
Sounds good.
Who, as a result of that, has got 4 damage coming. As basically these robots are almost trying with every attack to just kind of like rip bits and pieces off of you so that they can sort of like take them. And now it's going to be Moonblitz's turn.
Moonblitz is going to, because it's closer to him, he's gonna slash at it with his energy sword.
All right, give me Brawn Melee +1.
Okay. Three successes.
Ooh, that's very nice. So you kind of take like another sort of take another thrust with your shield to kind of like fully push it back, and then just sort of like with like a driving slash, just kind of like lop like several of its like arms off with one swing, as it kind of lets out this very sort of like unnatural mechanical screech and kind of like backs off slightly before like kind of like sort of resuming a more combative stance. And it's now going to be Fist's turn.
All right.
I would like to remind you that, unless I'm mistaken, I think the pipe has some sort of bonus against robots.
That it does. +2 damage to robot.
Okay. I assume by +2 damage they mean flips.
Presumably.
So that would give you a +3 against robotic enemies with that pipe.
Which is very nice.
It's a pretty good bonus. It's almost as if I wanted you to have something to fight enemies that, quite frankly, I was afraid to write into this session.
Fair enough. I think I do want to try finishing off. Try to finish that one off.
All right, that'll be. I assume you're going in with the pipe.
Yeah.
That'll be brawn melee.
4 melee, +1 for healthy, +3. Okay.
Wow, that was a very inefficient flip.
That it was.
God damn, I did more.
That you did.
No jokers though.
There is no Joker.
But it's coming now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's coming.
So you kind of like rush at the other bot, like kind of like as it's regaining its balance, and just sort of like hit its center mass with the pipe, and it just sort of like falls over backwards and kind of like almost like a bug kind of has to right itself on its side. And but even as it jumps up, you can see it's like this thing is like very off balance, as well as just like sparks are just like shooting off of it. And with that, it's gonna be Gary's gonna try and take a shot at it. Well, damn. Okay, Gary. So Gary Gary just like shoots off a pistol shot that just blows the thing's head off.
Holy shit, Gary!
Hey, oh, all right, you can shoot these ones.
Maybe you should keep that thing after all, Gary.
Is that one of them dead?
That is one of them dead. Yes.
Alrighty.
You probably
Yeah,
have the
keep
other.
doing that, Gary.
Oh, there was 2 there already.
Yeah.
And Chauncey is also. Well, Chauncey got no successes, so she's just really amped about that shot, but kind of like too much to do anything. She's kind of like got Gary's shoulders and is kind of like moving him back and forth, like, that was sick, that was awesome.
Can I just say, I really like the actual like noticeable development of Gary and Chauncey since the beginning of the series.
They're fun.
They're pretty good.
All right, that should make it Mirika's turn now. All right, wit telekinesis +2.
Ooh, what a flip.
Dang.
What a flip.
Ooh,
4 and a Joker.
4 and a Joker.
I'm gonna say for 4 successes in a Joker, you do get like you sort of unsheath the sword and telekinetically stab it towards one of the robots. And you do get like a good stab into the center of the robot, but you find you're having a very hard time pulling it away, as the robot is now got like several of its arms around it, just kind of like examining and seeing like if the metal is like useful or like edible, basically. It's got a pretty good hold of your sword. As it goes to Pikachu's turn.
I'm gonna try and uppercut this thing off the sword with my arm cannon.
Hopefully the one that took Mirka's sword so she can get it back.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Brawn melee, guessing.
Brawn melee.
Three.
Hey, that's not bad.
I'll take a 3.
That's not bad.
I'm gonna say for 3 successes, you just kind of take your arm cannon and just sort of like punch the grip of the sword and kind of send it through the other side of the robot.
I really like that. That's a great
Which
3
is-
successes.
Which is not enough to kill it, but certainly enough to dislodge it and get it out of its grip, as Mirka is able to like telekinetically pull it back to herself. But now the damaged robot is gonna be going after Moonblitz. Ooh. And he is actually gonna kind of like sort of like reacting very heavily to the sort of sword that's lodged in it. It kind of just sort of like stumbles and falls, and is just sort of like trying to like right itself with its many arms, but it can't. But even when it does, it's just like its center of balance is like noticeably knocked off by the hole in it. It got a Joker, in case you guys couldn't tell.
Huh.
And so did the other one.
Oh shit.
Which instead of attacking you guys, kind of finds itself drawn to the kind of like loose scrap that was kind of sort of like just kind of now strewn about the ground, like from the one broken robot and the hole that was made in the other one. And you kind of see that like rather than attacking, it's just kind of like picking at the it's just kind of like picking up the scrap and just kind of like forcing it into its mouth. And almost like, not even necessarily even chewing it, just like trying to like force as much in as it can. As it now goes back to Moonblitz's turn.
Moonblitz. Are they both kind of equally damaged right now?
No, the one's undamaged.
The one that's eating is currently undamaged.
Moonblitz is gonna take a blaster shot at the undamaged one.
All right. Agility and firearms.
And I'm still healthy. 4 successes.
Oh yeah.
Damn, nice.
Hope I'm making up for my stupid jokers earlier.
Jig.
You send a shot like right into this thing's like sort of hunched over back, and it just sort of like sends it sort of like scurrying away, and it's just kind of like it's kind of like starting to kind of spark and smoke as it just kind of like sort of like backs up and almost kind of like hisses at you, Moonblitz.
Let's dance, parasite.
And that will make it Fist's turn.
I think I'm going to give the hole-ridden one a good punch.
Nice. Brawn melee.
Two's not bad. Two's not bad.
Good old punch.
2 is definitely not bad at all. As you decide to get a little creative and just sort of like uppercut it in the hole that's kind of in its midsection. And just sort of send enough force to kind of just like explode into like a cloud of debris that like the upper half of this robot. As the legs just kind of like fall to the ground among a pile of arms. Which will now bring it to Gary and Chauncey. Okay. And so this time, sort of, Chauncey is gonna move, kind of sufficiently done sufficiently hyping up Gary. She kind of like pushes him away.
Oh.
And goes with sort of like, just sort of like, almost like a piston. Her leg just like kicks like right into the neck of this robot, and detaches a head from a torso, which, while still technically active, is not very harmful, as its now unpowered body falls to the ground.
Ooh.
And so that is that's combat with those things. All right, that's interesting. I did not expect that to go so smoothly. I actually nerfed these guys slightly from what I based them in the book off of. Apparently, I didn't have to do that. All right.
Get some good rolls.
So now with that, you guys are kind of standing among what is essentially kind of like a pile of like rusted robotic limbs, with one still active head that's just kind of like, just sort of like sitting on the like just sitting with like its mouth kind of like clamping open and shut. And the dog, the myth, the legend, old Scraggly jumps on down. Well, hey, fellas. Oh, man. You really saved my bacon there. Metaphorically, of course. I'm a dog.
So I'm guessing you're a certified scavenger then, Scraggly? I mean, why am I even asking that? You probably are.
Of course I am. Of course I am. Me and the boss up there had a really good chat when I came down here. He's a real stand-up guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seemed chipper.
Very
Chipper as anything.
Passionate is a word I would use.
So anyway, what brings you here? Looking to buy some scrap off of old Scraggly?
Well, if you happen to have scrap that could protect psionic attacks, that's why we're down here in the mines, looking for materials that could help the resistance fight against the Empire's psionic soldiers.
Yeah, sure, I got something like that right here.
Oh God, what does he pull out? Like a shitty Rubik's cube that's broken or some shit.
He rummages through and he produces a colander.
Just for shits and giggles, can I scan to see if that's the kind of metal that would protect it, or can I just tell?
It's a colander.
Well, I mean, what's the colander made out of? Just regular stainless steel, I suppose?
Well, I wouldn't call it stainless anymore. But
it's just steel.
But pretty much.
Very stained steel.
Why don't you give us a little demonstration, Scraggly?
Oh, of course. He affixes the colander to his head as if it was a helmet, and just goes, "See, look, works perfectly."
Moonblitz goes along with this. Goes, "Whoa, Mirica, aren't you having a hard time getting through? Can you believe that?"
Mirica uses another telekinetic sword slash.
No, don't hurt Scraggly. Damn, Scraggly, that's a really good find.
Right? Ah, yeah, if you know where to look, you can find any old thing. And knowing where to look is the Scraggly special.
Yeah, you know? Yeah.
So
Moonblitz just looks defeated.
So what'll it be? $100? $200?
Well.
Listen, I got a lot of bidders vying for this item.
We could trade one helmet for another. Fist says as he picks up the robot head off the ground.
Please do like a bargaining check for that.
All right. You're gonna need a pretty good charm persuasion.
All right, here's my roll.
To convince him that this still active robot head is another psionic helmet.
Hey, I don't think it's. I wasn't trying to convince him that it's another psionic helmet. I'm just saying, one helmet for another.
All right. He kind of looks at that thing. And "Ooh, no thanks. Ugh. After the way those bots treated old Scraggly too. If I don't see another one of those for the rest of my life, it'll be too soon."
I figured because it was glowing, it might interest you. But I suppose I was wrong.
Listen, I got a discerning eye for these things. That's a Scraggly special, after all.
Of course.
So anyway, what do you say? In fact, for y'all, I'd say I could even give you a discount of $300.
Wait, that's higher than the original price.
Listen, I got a lot of bidders vying for this.
As that's happening, Moonblitz is going to try and do a sweep of the area, see if there's any of the actual material that they're looking for. Can I do that?
Yeah, that'll be wit and investigation.
Oh, it's wit. Okay.
Oh, it's the attribute we always do investigation checks for.
I critted.
Very cool.
There's nothing in the immediate vicinity, but you pick up some pretty serious tech further down.
Well, Scraggly, I know. Just real quick, how are we doing on the repair kit? I don't know if we've used that yet or not. I know we definitely haven't this session, but just in general.
That would be Pikachu's call.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any robo kits.
No. Might pass up on your helmet there, but we are more pressingly, of course, in the market for a repair kit. Should you have any?
I might have something like that. Hold on, let me check. He kind of heads back into his bag and kind of rummages around for a bit, and before long, pulls out the same colander except full of various like scrap metal and robot parts. Goes, I knew I had one towards the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Well, as long as all the parts are there.
Is it actually a repair kit, or is it just a random piece of shit?
It's more of a random piece of shit, but Pikachu, looking it over, it's got enough stuff that someone of your engineering know-how can work with, and as if it were a real repair kit.
Okay, Scraggly. How much you want for this?
Pikachu like does the thing. He doesn't really have fingers, but like kind of crosses his little stubs as if he's about to make like a savvy business transaction.
I tried to cross my arms.
She tries.
They don't reach. They don't. It's more like he's just holding his stomach.
How's 100 spucks treats you?
I'll tell you what, Scraggly. How's 50 in a Space Denny's coupon?
Ooh. We're really trying to get rid of that fucking coupon.
Give me charm persuasion.
Please, duo. Please. I'm kind of... And then you know what? Next time we see Scraggly, he's going to try and sell us the Denny's coupon.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Alright.
Hero point for Scraggly.
Alright.
Hell yeah.
I'll take 2.
Ding, remember that Scraggly has the Denny's coupon.
Well, next time we go to a Space Den,
can that just be like an item that just somehow makes its way across like different people, just across the campaign, but it's never actually used or thrown out?
We'll never know.
Well, hot damn! I love Space Denny's. You got a deal, friend.
Pleasure doing business.
Wine soaked.
Yes.
Well, it's not soaked, but it's like it's stained with wine. It smells like
is,
grapes.
Wine stain.
All right. So Pikachu, you can add the in quotes repair kit to your inventory.
And, so is this going to be like harder to work with?
No, it's going to be the same exact thing.
Oh,
it's
nice.
just funny.
I just thought it would be funny that the repair kit he sold you was just a random assortment of scrap metal. And you hand Scraggly 50 spucks and the Space Denny's coupon.
Simply hand over the Neo Earth Denny's coupon in brackets purple.
In brackets purple.
Stained purple.
As I wrote it in my inventory.
Is it an expired coupon too?
I don't think we ever checked.
No, it's definitely not. No, it's definitely not expired because.
Oh yeah, because it was printed. It was printed out as soon as.
Yeah.
That was emailed to you within the last couple of weeks.
I forgot.
It'll be a pretty shitty coupon. It would be a pretty shitty coupon if that's expired by now.
Who emailed that to us? I forgot.
I think you guys got it for registering Mirica as a Scion.
Oh yeah. Right. And we immediately blocked their email because we didn't want to hear their newsletter.
Well, not immediately. You blocked the email. Fist made a point of making you guys block the email after you got the Denny's coupon and could print it out.
Yes. Yeah, we made sure.
Well, see, the Empire are bastards, so if it was expired, I wouldn't even be surprised.
Well, we'll never know.
I know you guys. You had a
Scraggly
chance to
can
use
go
it
get
this
some
session,
pancakes.
We did. You know what? We still used it. We did
You know
get a
what?
discount.
Scraggly needs to treat himself to something nice.
As you hand over the Space Denny's coupon, Gary puts a hand on his stomach, still thinking about the pancakes he didn't get this morning.
Moonblitz just comfortably pats Gary on the back of the shoulder. Sorry. Had to be done.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll find Space
You know what? Maybe after all this, we'll stop at a Space Burger King.
If there's any other Empire coupon deals you know of.
I mean, I probably won't get them anymore now that I'm an outlaw.
Yeah.
Outlaws don't get coupons, but
we did get a lot of coupons.
Outlaws don't get coupons, but we get the satisfaction that we're helping the galaxy.
I'll have to make note to scavenge the next Empire we kill for coupons.
We're gonna find a coupon book, and that'll be like our big heist.
the big climax of this campaign is stealing the Emperor's coupon book
for various fast food chains.
Yes.
Okay, well, it's good working. It's good making business with you, Scraggly. But Moonblitz turns the party. I found some of that stuff up ahead, according to my readings. You stay safe, Scraggly. Be careful of those weird little metal eating things.
Sure will, friends. Staying safe's the Scraggly special after all.
Of course it is. Let's go.
And off we go.
With the crit, do I get a thing if I can actually tell where it is as we move forward?
I mean, that was 3 successes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, so you definitely are kind of like you're making your way. You got like a pretty good reading on where exactly it is.
Let's go right there.
And so you guys kind of like descend sort of further and further. And until eventually you make it to like a pretty open clearing with what appears to be like sort of like a part of a very large ship just kind of like in kind of like the center of it.
Ooh.
And you guys Moonblitz, you can definitely tell on your readings that sort of like the kind of tech you're looking for is definitely sort of inside what appears to have been some sort of like transport or cargo ship.
I think we hit the jackpot, fellas. Let's go. I want to get out of this place so fast.
Is there anything else of note in the ship?
Well, we have to get on the ship first. I only got the reading for the metal.
I guess that's true.
So you kind of you approach it and sort of find
Blaster is out. Just saying. Blaster's out.
All right. And you find kind of like the only what would be a door to this kind of cargo area is like fairly shut, like sort of sealed shut.
Feel like punching something fist?
You say that like it's a question.
Moonblitz moves out of the way.
All right. I guess I'll give it a good punch.
All right. Fist, you approach the ship to kind of punch it open. When suddenly, kind of like from, I don't know how you're carrying your items. Is it like a bag or is it like?
He has empty space.
I haven't thought about it. Yeah, I'm sure there's empty space in the.
Yeah. Well, from whatever empty compartment you're using to kind of sort of store your items, you hear sort of like a buzzing and sort of feel almost like a vibration. And you kind of reach inside to see that your sort of like a little sort of like map console thing is sort of like reacting and kind of vibrating and flashing.
Hey,
What's that?
it's my old space map flight log thing. I don't know. I always figured it might help me find out more about where I came from, I guess.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's punch it open.
And well, Fist, judging by the kind of like sort of symbols that and kind of like messages and warnings that you've never seen to telling you to like plug in the console into the main ship bay, it seems it's done just that. As this at least was part of the ship that you came from.
Ooh.
And you guys are gonna be exploring it next time on RPG.
Ah! You fucker!
Man.
Kind of have expected it because it's already 8:30, but you fucker!
Oh yeah.
Hope we have more time to start next weekend if everything good turns out for everyone.
Yeah, my bad on that.
No, it's not your fault. I'm not.
I wasn't
I'm
even.
not
I wasn't even really expecting to spend too much time with everybody, but
we kind of.
I don't know. I just started.
It's okay.
I just started having some drinks with some family I hadn't seen in a while because of the quarantine, and it was just a real good time.
Man, how could you
That's
put
nice.
your own flesh and blood above the RPG boys? I mean, come on.
So that was a really fun session still.
That was I had a lot of fun.
Tonight's session was wild.
Very solid.
You guys threw me for a loop with the fucking Denny.
I sent you a thing, Dingle.
I did.
I
saw it.
I hope that plays out okay.
No, it'll be fine. But
it was fun while it lasted, though.
You guys are the kings at taking like the beginning of sessions into an area where I don't expect it at all.
I'm kind of curious. I want to see where my last Joker was. If it was in here, I can't remember if I got both. Oh yeah,
Yep.
right on the
You
top.
got so lucky that you didn't have to make another roll. That was the good shit, though.
Oh yeah.
That was a really good session.
I was very happy with how.
I'm very surprised we made it out of Denny's.
Me too. I actually got in trouble because I yelled "book it" because a bit too loud on my end.
Oh no.
Not too bad,
man.
but it was totally worth it for the joke, I think.
Fair enough, yeah.
I didn't even think I would get that far in the bullshit conversation.
Well, I mean, you were flipping successes, so I had to keep it going. I had to keep it going.
Problem was I didn't think that far ahead.
I was very proud of myself this time with how much I was able to stump you guys in conversation.
Yeah. You were good at that.
Yeah, the boss guy definitely had us all stunned.
The boss guy was so ironclad, like definitely not gonna.
Well, the thing is, I definitely had this guy set up to be kind of like, really, in a sense, the first non-hostile NPC that was just like a dick.
I do like
and
that.
I was really interested to see kind of how that would play out with the party. And it
I
played out mostly exactly how I expected.
I know that you gave us
yeah, this isn't going anywhere.
You tried giving me a hint with the shorter guy before the boss showed up, but I wasn't expecting him to be one of the people that didn't like the Resistance.
Well,
I don't want. But the thing is, I'm just glad. If things went south, we probably would have just started a class war on Robosphere.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not too late.
Let's try not to.
I mean, you guys still gotta. You guys still gotta leave.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
We just hacked one of his
dig a new
security
tunnel.
guards so that we're part of this scavenging.
We spend the entirety of the next session digging a tunnel out to avoid the.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I had a thing. It is like, what if we use that ship to fly straight through up the Robosphere? If we get it working, then we don't have to deal with that asshole.
Need some pretty good piloting, I think.
That would be.
You're talking to a guy that has master in piloting.
Well, I mean.
On the character sheet, I do.
Yeah.
On paper, he's mastered pilot.
On paper.
That fucking
in practice,
that Zedge sent, I swear to God, the one that was like, just because they crash land doesn't mean you have to nullify all the cool stuff they did before landing.
Hey man,
Yeah.
This card system keeps you humble. That's all I can say.
I also really enjoyed you instantly finding that Spuck's sink.
You know what? It was really funny. I kind of like that never occurred to me that could be a Spuck sink. But then as we were saying that, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We got humbled. Our wallets got humbled too.
Yes. We were down to 820 Spucks.
Fucking colander. Glad we didn't buy that.
Well, you technically did.
We did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Damn.
For, what, like
we didn't buy it for its original price, at least.
It's a price that was steadily going up.
Yeah, we got it for a sixth of the price.
There's a lot of bidders on. There's a lot of bidders on this. Piece.
Plus, as we learned in the first session, we can't just not buy something from Scraggly.
We're Scraggly's #1 customers at this point, I hope.
Hey man, he had a lot of buyers.
He did have a lot of buyers left.
I like how, I asked if Scraggly was a scavenger. I'm like, wait, I don't even have to ask that.
I like to assume, just for flavor, I like to assume that this is his first time on this planet, but he just really kind of naturally got along with everyone.
Yeah.
He just came down there. They saw his
the part with the guy, the robot that was acting like a homeless person asking for change. I was legit getting uncomfortable.
That's because I've dealt with so many of these people. I know exactly how they talk.
Yeah,
it's always that same thing where they're like very amiable but very firmly trying to get something out of you.
Yeah,
I like our interaction with the eyeball robot, and even Moonblitz got sassy at him.
I tried to tell you guys that those were houses, and you immediately started looting them.
Hopefully that eyeball doesn't talk to the boss.
Well, it depends how tightly knit of a community this is.
very true.
Oh, that was good though. That was a really good session.
I definitely agree. I'm really glad how
Space Denny's is a strong opener.
The gang goes to Space Denny's was definitely a very good start to the story.
Oh, that it was.
But anyway,
hero time.
Hero point time. You guys can all set your hero points to 1. You're all going to get a role-playing point for me because we had some actually really good role-playing in this session from everybody. I shouldn't say actually so much, because that implies that I was expecting it to be bad.
I was trying to make sure that everyone got something to say, which is why I checked up on everyone on different points.
So, anyway, Cynical, you were the last person to talk. That's enough reason for you to go.
1 point to America and Pikachu because of the Mission Impossible plan.
Yeah, that worked out.
Well.
That
was, yeah.
Well, granted, considering the fact that you guys spent probably 15 to 20 minutes hashing that out, it damn well better have worked.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to go down, and then we would just have an angry tank on us.
It did. It. I was expecting.
The consequences were very, very high.
I was fine with either outcome.
Yeah.
It would have been a cool fight, probably.
Yeah, but I only have 6 health, and that's a tank on spider legs, so
It definitely would have been. It definitely would have been a cool fight, but the spider tank was. It was definitely that enemy was definitely designed to be like, this is an enemy. This is an enemy that you have to fight as a punishment.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So glad we made that through.
The don't fuck up character.
But yeah, definitely Mirika and Pikachu for going along with my plan.
Yeah.
All right, and speaking of Mirika and Pikachu, Jibu, you're the first half of that. Who are your heroes of the session?
I treat my kids well.
I like it. I liked how you had that moment where you were like the dad talking to their kids after the game. You're like
yeah,
hey, it's okay, champ. Hey, you know what? I know it'll cheer you up. We'll get lunch at Burger King.
Yeah. When we get out of here, we're going to space. We're going to Space Burger King. I don't want fucking Gary passing out from malnutrition.
I assume somewhere throughout Gary's been finding things to eat.
You know what? We have a fridge in the ship. There's probably like some pizza or something. I don't know.
For all the alcohol,
there's a hungry man in there.
For all the alcohol that Chauncey finds, I'm sure there's plenty more food that she skips over that he can.
That is true. Hey, maybe they're a team. They look for it together.
Yeah.
Ironically, Gary is really good at finding alcohol. Chauncey is really good at finding food.
The dream team.
Hell yeah.
I ship it. But anyway, Pikachu, Zegend, you're up.
My first one goes to Cynical for yelling bucket so loud he got in trouble in real life.
Worth it for the joke. Worth it for the joke.
And my second one goes to Fist for being such a valiant holder of the Denny's coupon and helping me struggle with Scraggly.
That journey is now over.
I mean, you know what? You guys said he really wanted that. You never knew how much it would come in handy.
Yeah. You got a really cheap medkit.
And speaking of which, the holder of the Denny's coupon, who do you want to be the holder of 2 heroes?
Or
holders rather.
Former holder of the Denny's coupon.
That's true, technically. Holder in our hearts, still, I'd say.
Well, first of all, I have to give it to Pikachu for pawning off the Denny's coupon.
Hell yeah.
Because he did what Fist could not, and that was get rid of the thing.
I've removed the curse. It's lifted.
And second one... that telekinesis job was so good with the Mission Impossible. I feel like I have to give it to you, America.
All right. Excellent.
Nice.
And the only thing left is the anti-Joker for next session.
Who is our anti-Joker?
I feel like Cynical hasn't had it in a long while.
Sure.
I feel the same.
All right.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Good
That
sesh.
was the good shit.
Indeed.
Another job well in quotes done.
Another job, well, comma, done.
Yeah. Another job, comma, well, comma, done.
Yeah.
All in
There you
quotation marks.
Big quotations.
With extra quotations around well.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
This party is
real.
pure chaos. It's great.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think I'm gonna head out as well.
Me too. It's good shit.
Peace.